Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Center College Esports with our Overwatch team here tonight on February the 9th, 2023. We are excited to get going. Grant, Coach, what do you think is going to be some of the leading plays we see this evening?
Hard to say. This is our first match of the season together as a team, and season 3 of Overwatch 2 competitive is live now, meaning a lot of things in the metagame have shifted.
I can honestly say we were not paid to say that. Activision is not sponsoring Center College. I wish they were, though. I wish they were. Now, we are very, very excited with our white team matchup tonight. Coming with Carp, Jellyman, a return from last year. Chonky Ghost, a big return from last year. We got Plague Man back on the game. Gonna throw it down big time. I'm really excited to see what some of these teammates do, how they work together, and coming off to a strong start.
I did forget to turn the music off on the stream while we were talking, but I think it's fine. You'll let us know in 3 minutes.
Yeah, you sure will. You will let us know. Just drop it in the chat. Give us a holler. We're excited. Wow, Grant, can you look at this? We are smashing. We got this great play right off the jump. A lot of face-to-face contact right down the nose.
Team Center takes some of those early losses to characters and is looking to back out and re-engage here.
Yeah, you know what they say. You don't ever want to win from the start. If you start winning too early, that just gives a lot more time to lose.
I suppose they do say that, don't they?
Now we've got a great pull back here. Chonky Ghost laying down some returning fire, and we're excited to see some of this new gameplay and see how they might be working together. Some of the alternates have changed. Some of the players have some new abilities here in Overwatch 2, which we're still learning. We're still getting used to. Our teammates have been practicing, figuring out where their new abilities lie. But again, it's still a fairly new game, even to us professionals here in the booth.
What are you talking about? This is my job, man. I know what they're doing. Blakeu falls as EKU here engages quite aggressively. Center puts up the wall with Adama on the Symmetra. Slows down EKU just a little bit. Looks to be just the tank on point right now.
EKU's got a couple of ults ready to go and a lot of full health. They've got a lot of full health here as they charge back on them.
Popping that beat, getting a little bit of momentum into this fight. Center takes them with Blakeu.
Adamon down.
Right into the action.
Blakeu in. Chonky Ghost on support. Jellyman taking some hits, but we'll see. We'll see how that plays.
They're trading back and forth, but the important thing is that Center has the point capped. It doesn't matter how much fighting happens on it, how many people die, as long as that point stays blue.
You're exactly right. Now I love to see these orbs flying, especially once you get a point captured. You just keep those orbs flying down range, healing, hurting, putting the hurt on the other team. That's really a key move here, keeping the team healed up while keeping the damage flowing downstream.
Jellyman does love to throw his orbs. He is known for his aggressive gameplay on the Moira.
We love an aggressive Moira. I mean, I've never played a defensive Moira or seen one played to much effect.
Certainly not.
It's
just not a viable strategy. Healing one's teammates, staying in the backline, certainly not.
Certainly not. Your Moira usually wants to have some of the top eliminations on the team, I would say.
For sure. Back in Overwatch 1, a great character to have all 5 gold medals with.
Now again, some of the changes there. We've dropped a player. We've gone from 6 down to 5.
We'll see here, Jellyman sees there's an anti onto his tank, and he says, I'm done healing. It's time to fight. It's time to activate my laser beam and clutch up this fight here.
Clutch it up with that ult. Take it home, the dub in that first round. Center College 1, EKU 0. Now, again, for you listeners now just tuning in, this is the EKU White versus Center White matchup. This is going to be our first regular season match, which is exciting for us here on the Center College campus in the hub of esports down here in the basement of Olin. We have a couple of great statistics, like our white team here has not lost a single match yet in our pre-placement season.
True.
Pushing out fast again. My personal strategy, I don't like to get to the point first. I like to let them let them get there, set up, get a little bit cushy, you know, get a little bit too comfortable, and you come and jump point on them, just like this. We've got a good block.
It hurts them more when they feel safe.
It does. No, that's a viable strategy.
Huge damage coming out from center to get this early lead. And cleaning up the Ana. Making sure the momentum is fully in their favor. Saying, we're going to get all those ticks on the point. You have to regroup and re-engage. There's no chance of winning that fight.
Even though I put down my strategy, Center College seems to be doing something that works for them. And for them, that's getting to that point early. Getting 20 percentage points up on the point before the other team can even break out of their spot.
Another early pick from center. Just gets the momentum in their favor. And just so much damage being spammed into this room here.
We've got 2 ult, 1 in use.
Jellymane activating his fantastic laser beam straight into their face.
That is how does Moira do that? Mix the heal and the damage together like that, and it's just a devastating effect. Certainly some
EKU looking to go around to the right room here.
They're jumping down the
See
right.
what this repositioning can get them, but Blakeu comes in with a massive ultimate.
I'll tell you what, Blakeu is a teammate to watch this season. Stopping that relocation, that new tactic they had tried to move on us after they got stopped through the general traffic way there. Blakeu saw that ahead of time, jumped on him, and put him down.
Way to end the fight there with Carp shooting a nice one of those kunai knives, and another one right onto the Reaper.
Oh my gosh!
Carp here is making his debut as a support player for the team. Originally playing DPS, and boy does it show with these headshots.
We love aggressive support. That is just you throw the heals, you throw the damage, and it looks like EKU White just doesn't know what to do with these aggressive.
Oh my god! But on the side of EKU, just a massive Orisa ultimate.
Now I'll tell you what, we're in overtime here at 99%, and the EKU has clutched the point while Center's on the 99th percentile.
Center says we've got 99 points to our name. We can lose this one here. We've got ults. We can back out. We can re-engage. Looking at the ults on the side of EKU, they don't have a whole lot. If Center just has some proactive ultimates, get a couple early picks, they're going to clean this up.
Give them the time. Let them get comfy. Like Sun Tzu said, let them get comfy.
And here they are, popping all of those ultimates, just getting in there saying, we're winning this here.
15-player kill streak right here from Carp. Again, that's aggression. That is absolute, pure, unadulterated.
But is it true?
Aggression.
I don't think I can open tab, so we'll never know.
We'll never know. Center White takes the dub here in our first best of 3. Would you look at that?
And it's Blakeu on the Orisa for the play of the game.
Like I said, keep an eye out on Blakeu this season. You're going to see some things.
Getting in the room, he sees them. He says they're all grouped up in this room. I'm gonna make them a little more grouped up.
Taking some of that advantage of some of these new attacks we got, which I would say are pretty powerful. Having played some myself, it's impressive that he was able to deal all that damage with no backup at the beginning of there.
All right, we will see you for the second map in just a couple minutes here.
Hello, hello, back for the second map of the evening. Now I will tell you, if you want to tune in live, we are on Esports on the Discord. If you're not a follower, you're not a subscriber, do it now. Do it now. Get on here, watch, support your Colonels as they roll to victory. Now, what are some of those highlights from that last game, Grant? What can you throw the people? A little piece of crumbs. What crumbs can you throw the people?
I just feel like Blakeu on the Orisa was really just leading the charge for so many of those engagements. And we're seeing a swap here. Blakeu onto the Ramatra, a new character in Overwatch 2. He's got two incredible modes. Punchy mode and shooty mode. They probably have other names as well.
A ranged and a melee attack, for instance.
Yes.
Which one do you prefer? Have you played much?
Oh, I played him a little bit, just a little bit. The ability to just sort of change up, your play style to say like we're engaging now, we're getting in there, especially combining that with what Carp's going to be offering here from the Ana, with potential anti-nades to engage in a fight, with the with those long range heals to be able to support someone who's getting in there up and close and personal, and the ability to nano boost it. That's just hugely powerful combination into the Ramatra.
I'm getting just immaculate refuge vibes. So I guess we'll see how that affects the gameplay here as they start to
Well, I'm
make a
punching
little
them.
contact.
And look at that. It's the anti-nade from Carp. Really opens it up for us to be able to take down the
Wow.
enemy Ramattra.
That's
And the
a-
rest of the team cleans up. Huge opening
Quick
nade
early team kill.
from Carp.
Wow, look at that. We are right into the early mode of the defense with an early team kill, early wipe. That was what you want from a team, right? You saw everyone working together, using their abilities to weaken the other team's fortitude. They're probably crying. Let's see how they punch back. Let's see.
Quite literally. They'll get in here with the Ramatra and they'll start punching. We see a swap on the side of EKU. I believe they start out with a Lucio, and they've got a Moira who's already 50% to her ultimate. Moira just charges that ult so quickly, and I believe they buffed it to charge even faster in this most recent patch.
Now I'm interested to see, especially.
Oh, and
this
they
map.
start taking some picks on the Ashe.
They do.
Center's got a couple stragglers alive, but they're not going to be able to cap this alone.
Some say Ashe, some say Jessie Jane. She's a Jessie Jane in my eyes. So I use them both interchangeably, just for those people at home not familiar with the game. But it's surprising to me that they're dropping a Jessie Jane here in an early match like this, where you're up close and personal. She can drop a lot of damage, and unless Bob comes in, though, it's hard to hold your own against a team.
Center's really split with Jellymane back there, almost in the enemy spawn, but he gets back going through some of these back rooms.
Backroom tunnels. Jellyman back on the Moira.
But Center here, they've got to regroup. They've got to find their footing here. And Blakeu and Jellyman, they come in. They're combining ultimates, and
Would you just
see what we can do here.
Would you look at that?
Now the enemy Ramatra is going to have an ult of his own pretty soon here.
Bob is here, I will say.
I don't know if Blakeu is going to be able to live through it.
As ops, what Bob just dropped did not too much damage.
Massive wall from Adama there, being able to split the Ramatra. Just make sure, deny him the rest of the resources that his team would provide. But a lot of damage coming out here on the side of EKU.
It looks like they've got
This is
a
a
good
messy
pushback.
fight.
Center is scrambling. They are separated. They're not working as a team. We've got a couple scrambled all around the map. Let's see how they regroup.
Saying we'll give EKU a little bit of space here, but we got to regroup.
And the
They
EKU
look like they're going to be able to. Center's got a couple ults to their name. If they use these proactively, 2 DPS ults, especially a lot of damage and control that's going to be able to come out from Center here. Chonky goes with the high noon, doesn't seem to find much.
We are waiting for a nice stop here.
Admiral puts out the blizzard and he catches a
double
whole lot of
kill.
them.
Look
So
at that.
much damage. Jellymane pops his ult as well. Not sure if that one was necessary, but we love to watch the Coalescence laser beam shoot out of his hands. The Kamehameha from Dragon Ball. He's just blast.
Came out blast. Dan DeVito. Came out blast.
And it looks like the ult economy is relatively even here, but perhaps favoring EKU just a little bit. Center might be looking to take maybe a bit more of a dry fight here, not invest as many resources as they hold up here on the high ground and the low ground.
Now, for you new to Overwatch, this position right here, this defensive position they're in, is one of the best, especially on this map. It's a hard one to break through. You've got the other team pretty far from their spawn, and you've got the high ground and the low ground. You never know where you're getting shot.
Ooh, massive damage out from the enemy Junkrat. And the Ashe as well.
Now,
Bob's coming in.
Bob is here. Bob,
Looks like Center's going to be able to get out of the line of sight of this for the most part.
take
Blakeu pops his ult, getting a little bit of damage, turning this, walking back into a moment to engage.
Now, I will say,
He's
Carp's
getting a whole lot of damage. Huge damage from that ultimate there, burning some of the squishier members on the side of EKU.
Now, Grant, let's not take for granted Carp's Anna here, who is assist after assist, keeping the health, the healing flowing to the teammates. Carp, while hanging out in the back, is supplying just much needed
Absolutely.
vitalization.
And it looks like he might be making a swap here over to the Mercy.
Now, that means when they
Got the
have a
damage
Mercy,
boost.
you get the damage boost, you get massive health output. They're about to make a push back.
Carp was just learning a lot of new Mercy tech earlier, just today and yesterday. So he's been grinding on this Mercy, learning some of the new techniques as her character has been changed a little bit in the most recent balance patch.
Yesterday was the first day Carp ever played a Mercy, which is incredible considering he decided to break it out. Carp decided to break it out mid-game.
Never before in his life has he ever even heard of Mercy. And look at him now.
As many of us do, we ride off Mercy at the second. But I love a Mercy. I love a Mercy more than many of the characters here. First character I ever played when I played Overwatch the first time 50 years ago.
That's true for a lot of folks. She feels accessible. She feels like home.
Mercy feels like.
But not the Carp. Totally foreign character that he's mastered in one day because he is just built different.
That's Carp.
Carp.
I'm excited to see where Carp goes here on our center team. This Bob is just getting hammered by our team. Their Jesse Jane left that Bob and dipped. He was on his own. He was here, but he was alone.
And it looks like EKU just barely misses out on getting the cart there. A fraction of a meter, if I'm not mistaken, though the cart has started to
down to 3, 2,
started to go
1,
backwards.
and we're into
Here's
overtime.
a sloppy fight here as EKU just jumps right on into the point. We're seeing some trades from both sides, but it's Blakeu
again.
comes out on top.
Strong.
Comboing with the support ultimates.
That is just incredible.
And burning
play
it
again.
down to overtime, saying we're finishing it here just like the last map.
Now, Grant, I would like to say, how many lasers did we just see from Jellyman and the last 2 matches, but even this one? I counted 5.
I was going to say at least 4. You know, he builds them fast because he's always doing the healing and he's always doing the damage.
Got that.
He never does nothing, you know. He's not here to mess around. He's not here to dilly-dally.
No
He goes
waste of
in.
time. No waste of time here with our Jellyman. That was round 1 going that we have taken. We're on to round 2, ready to get going with center trying to push this time. We've got EKU White on the defense. Let's see if they can hold us to less than 113.51 meters. Now, how far is that? I ran track. I know meters, but in video game extension, what's the conversion?
I really don't know. I'm just not used to the metric system. If I'm being totally honest.
Is it like one of our meters to one of their meters, or is there a breakdown?
I believe the meters within this game and other games are meant to be fairly close to actual real life meters, but it is difficult. Look at all the different sizes of human beings that exist in this game.
Do you think that's a?
Who's to say what the standard is?
Do you think it's a British meter or a US?
I'm gonna go with a U.S. meter. This is a California-based company.
Okay. Good assumption. Here we have coming around the top, coming around the side, trying to get that high ground. We got a swing from center. Let's see if they can make a little dent in EKU's defense.
All partying up here by the roller coaster. What an exciting time. Day at the amusement.
Blakeu tanking some of that damage. You know, I mean, he is a tank, but
And
he is
Adama
just
gets his
eating it
opening
up.
pick, and Adama's on the point here.
Now, Adama is a character we haven't said much today. If you just saw that maneuver, that was sneaky quick. That was just the kind of thing you expect from Adama.
Ghost getting some damage onto the Baptiste.
Chunky-
Chunky Ghost is hunting for the supports here. They're saying, yes, EKU is pumping out a lot of damage, but they're not going to be able to have the sustain to win this fight.
Not without the support, no. Now,
Jellyman here, popping his ult once again. The
Yeah.
Coalescence, the laser beam.
already one in the
And he's already in their backline.
Now, if you look at this,
Trying to get a little
we
bit
got
of
4, 3, 2, 1. I bet another orb comes out immediately. What did I tell you? Come out immediately. No waste of time here for Jellyman. EKU's got 2 ults ready to use and 1 on the brink. Whereas 1 in use from Ice Knight. That's Ice Knight 180 for you kids.
Seems like EKU's used their Bastion ult onto the cart. Not sure if they caught anyone, but definitely denied a little bit of that ability to push there. EKU's taking this position up on the high ground. Center can't quite see where every single one of them is from down here on the low ground. Both teams are looking to take a pick, but the positional advantage has got to be in the side of EKU being able to drop down at will.
Certainly. Now Automa's got a
Oh my
ult
god.
ready.
A massive Death Blossom from Chonky Ghost. And the Baptiste on the side of EKU was able to block a lot of the damage that Center was putting out, but I think that lamp fell and Chonky Ghost was just able to go in.
Now the support coming here from Adama, again, something that is just unsung, going without any praise, nothing big, nothing major, but consistent.
Yeah. It really looked like Center was going to be able to take that, but the respawn times are so much closer for EKU in this part of the point, and Center wasn't able to really close out the fight to truly clean up, and now they're back here, forced to re-engage as EKU gets their reinforcements and starts to overwhelm them.
I will say our meter to distance ratios, or time ratios, looking pretty good right now. We've got about just over 3.5 minutes to push 16 meters.
Trade of DPS players up there. Center goes in with a beat. Isn't yet able to find
They've got some of the
too many picks. Oh, massive ultimate on the side of Adama once again.
And that's another laser beam there from Jellyman. That's another one. Count them. Look at Jellyman just absolutely taking it home with Moira. The heals going back. I bet we get in 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna see a damage orb coming out of him. Oh, a heal. He goes with a heal
He
orb
chose to be benevolent
on this team, especially now with 3. Got 2 more meters to push until
Lamp prolongs EKU's hold of this point here. Center does not have any ultimates to use in this fight, and it looks like they're going to have to back out and re-engage again.
That's true, especially with Ice Knight, their Bastion ready to drop in ult at any moment. They're waiting for the right time. Now we've got 2.5 minutes left in this match, tied 1-1.
It's looking like we're seeing another swap over here to Mercy.
You know, we saw that swap last time, and that was really made a crucial move to keep EKU at bay and held only 113.
2 minutes left at Center. If they play these fights quickly, has at least enough time for 2 more fights, if not more.
Wow.
Oh, massive ult
that.
on the side of Chonky
Massive.
Ghost. Tons and tons and tons of damage.
Bob down. We have
Now it's
push.
looking like it's
We
going to
only
be
need
it.
2 more
Still
meters.
some on
Let's see.
cart, but there's still Center's taking them out.
Jellyman.
Wanting to get it before the reinforcements arrive.
And that's it.
Excellent done.
That
On the
was
side of Center White.
That was
Now, unfortunately, folks, we won't be able to see the thrilling 3rd, 4th, or 5th game on the side of Center White versus EKU White because we will have to be swapping over to Center Gold's inaugural
Would you
game
look at
of the
that?
season, which starts at 8, which is in the past at the time that I'm saying this. So we're going to go ahead right after this and get that lobby set up and get that underway for you.
Hey there, welcome back. This is going to be our Center College Gold, going hard here with our first match of the regular season, going off against Co College. It'll be Center College versus Co College, our premier match of the season. Or of the evening. We are very, very excited for the first time to be able to expand our teams into two here at Center College. This is the first time ever we've played two teams on the same night on a regular season.
It's very, very, very exciting. Just a sign of growth in our program that we're able to do this. And Center College Gold, this is their first match in the Champions Division of the NECC. This is a national conference with 214 teams across the country. And the Champions Division is the second highest out of the divisions. But you got to know within these divisions, it's not equal how many teams are in each one. The Champions Division and the Legends Division above it have relatively few teams in them. This is the top 50 teams we're talking about in Champions and Legends. And Center College, dinky little Center College, has a team among them. And we are just extraordinarily proud. We'll get right into the action here with Galvanijo just hopping in with this TP and just swinging him.
Now, Gal, he is a returner from last season. Again, same with who's James? Who is he?
I don't know that guy, so I've never heard of him.
Nobody knows. A new player to mind is Tooney. I've not seen Tooney play before, and I'm excited to see what Tooney can put down.
There's sophomore Rashawn Butler right there, Tooney.
Ooh.
Newcomer to the team. This
Great.
is he played with us in the fall, but this is his first year playing it.
Same with Runner and Vector. I've not done Tooney games with Runner and Vector as well. So I'm excited to see how this Center Gold team stacks up against Co College. Now the point is unlocked. Center is already captured with 22%.
He's taking a lot of damage here, a lot of low health bars.
Vector steps off point for a second, but we luckily had some wonderful, wonderful spots for who's James. A couple of turrets up there that
Go back in. They get the beat.
Look at that.
They're able to make a lot of things happen here, but they need to get past these thresholds to get the kills to really get it.
If we can just break down that team just a little bit, we might have a shot. Almost cleared over 50%.
Pretty cool shatter here on the side of Galvanijo.
Now, you know how I am worried about getting an early lead, especially on maps like these, but that's all right. I think Center College is doing just what they ought to do.
Some balls starting to get popped on the side of Co College here, and it looks like they're going to take it, but Center has stalled it for a very long time. That's 61% there, just off that opening fight to the side of Center, and it felt like the action never really ended, but they were still taking up those points as it went along.
Consistent. Now, would you look at this? Okay, up to about 20% now. Center about to jump on the point. We've got a couple of ults ready to be used.
The Kitsune rush from the side of Tooney here. See if Center can engage with that, but Center opts not to. So it's time to get out. It's time to regroup and re-engage.
Tooney down.
Almost makes it with the teleport there, but just barely misses out getting past that wall, and it's just punished for it.
Tragic.
We're looking here at the alts. We've got one more alt on the side of Co College.
Co College up. Yes, correct. With that one.
Who's James? Pops the TP right into the middle of them. And
absolute carnage.
Vector with his Death Blossom to follow up on it. Seems like we're trading back and forth, though.
Back and forth. Center
copping all of their alts here. Center is.
They've got an opportunity to take the point back. If they can just get a couple more stacked
and
in the
clean up.
That's
and
it.
That'll be the point for Center College.
Now, who's James? Alt damage was a huge save. Absorbed a lot of that damage that could have happened. Separated the team, broke it up.
Massive disruption. Yeah, being able to turn a clean, even fight into a positional advantage for Center College.
That is one thing that our coach here, Grant Lyons, has really pushed on his teams this season is disruption. It's not always about being the best player on the team, the fastest player on the team, the one with the quickest clicks, but if you can be a disruptor, you will be a great player.
The beat out here from Runner. Center doesn't die during it, with the exception of Galvanijo. And they're able to clean that fight up again. Oh, a massive boot, but it doesn't quite get it, and the soldier gets back. Oh, but he dies to Tooney.
He got the limb.
I don't think Co College has anything to come in here on the point with. Yeah, and that'll be Center taking map one of map one. sub map 1 of map 1 rather, here on Lijiang Tower.
Now, as we head into to our second round, I will point out Vector and Runner have really been doing the tango this week, practicing a new method of playing that we haven't really seen much at all in any Overwatch level, where you have got a DPS and you've got a healer running hand in hand. If you'll watch on this map, they are never more than, let's say, 15 Overwatch meters away from each other. It's the buddy system.
The buddy system, keeping your friends safe and your enemies dead. It's like Center's trying to call out a Reaper that's split here on the left, but they're gonna have to disengage from that and draw a little bit more of their attention over to the right here.
We'll see.
Vector gets that early pick, and Center's just playing natural cover on the point, making sure that none of them fall, even though some of those health bars are getting a little bit low.
Now Center a little fresh here. We are early in the season.
Ooh, another massive pick from Vector. Vector is just going off. Center opting not to get too aggressive here.
Now we have captured the point. Center College has captured the point and is up 9-10% now. And has pushed Co back around. It looks like they may be regrouping and coming up the backside. I don't know that Co. I think they're scattered. I don't think they were expecting this from Center College.
That's all of them on the side of Co over in this room on the left, I believe. Runner looking for some sort of cheeky boop there. Doesn't manage to find anything too huge.
Runner very capable,
but he's getting a lot of damage in. He's doing a lot of healing. He's doing a lot of speeding, and he's gonna have that beat really early in this fight. That could be a huge deal because we're all grouped up in this room. The momentum from that. Center speeds right in, and they can just do as much damage as they want. And that's Co running out of there for their lives. And the soldier gets out with his massive speed capabilities, but that Center really cleaning up that fight there.
Incredible. Now, who's James? Who is he? I don't know. Texas Hall hair.
This guy right here, I don't think I've seen him before though. He's a mystery.
Mystery man.
An enigma.
You'll remember in the last match he dropped his ult at a crucial moment to really pull home a quick tackle there for the win of the point. He is saving that, I think, for the similar thing here. If they can get they can divvy him up one more time, push him back.
Tooney falls.
There it is. There's who's James.
Okay, he's putting it out. Oh, but he falls as well.
Oh, just a little bit too
Center
good on that
using
push.
almost all of their ultimates there in that fight. It'll be Runner stalling the point for a little extra time, seeing how far they can get it. But Center's going to be regrouping here, and not with too many ultimates to their name. May have overinvested a little bit there, but
Center College regrouping. No, they still have plenty of time to work with. They are up well on the point, but this is the first time we've seen Co with a strong defensive position in this round, and like you said earlier, Champions League teams are no joke. We're talking top 10.
Center trying to get in the teleport there, but not everyone was able to get it. Co they see the TP and they know to delete it, and it seemed like it was just Tooney who made it inside. Kevin gets CC'd by the enemy Arissa's Javelin, but he doesn't fall. Center's still all here. They're ready to engage.
Now we have an ult ready for
Vector. Walk on point.
Is he about to?
I think that will be an ult pop by Vector. Oh, not yet.
He's saving it.
He's being patient.
He's waiting.
But
there it is. There it is. Oh, yes. And he pulls it off, pushing them off.
Gets one. He gets two.
Centers might get the cap.
Will that be enough to swing the momentum? Huge block of that on the side of Galvanito there, and the beat. Galvanito's health got really low there. Oh, but he does end up falling.
Gal is unmatched when it comes to shield.
The duel of the supports here, and Center's able to get the point back in their favor and hold it down. They just have to stay alive here, wait for some of those reinforcements, make sure that they don't get picked off here.
Now they're doing pretty well. You'll see Runner, like I said,
burning down the Orisa. That's
right next
huge.
to each other.
Oh, but it's a trade. Both tanks down on both sides. An ultimate coming out from the enemy Moira.
And we have
and a Kitsune rush on the side of Tooney. Still feels even. Winnable from either side.
Yes, certainly winnable from either side. This is going to be a match, sir. A straight up match.
That'll be Vector popping that Death Blossom. And the ball, the ultimate stall hero, gets slammed into the wall and isn't able to do his little spinnies around the corner.
I was sweating. I was sweating there on that one, Grant. Center College ekes out a point as we head into what are going to be our second map of the evening for our gold team.
Yes, yes.
Now I'm not surprised veteran Gal here took play of the game.
He's captain and fearless leader, Joseph Matthews.
He's been running Rhyme, I don't know, probably since birth. Born with a hammer in his hand, take one out of John Henry's playbook.
A mighty, mighty man.
And of course, Who's James? Unsigned. We'll see something big from Who's James here on this next map. I can guarantee that.
I hope so. These teams here will be looking to figure out what the next map will be through a system of bans and map pools. So we will be back in just a couple minutes here.
Now entering King's Row. Initiating match.
So we have decided here, welcome back. We are ready, gunning. We're about 13 seconds away from our start time, getting things kicked off on King's Row.
Yes, indeed.
Now, I think there's some algorithm that was created specifically for this match today that helped them decide the maps. It's very complex. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, the whole shebang all came together to give us this map here. And we are excited. We have a great view here of the pop. Everybody's getting set, ready. Center College will, of course,
Seeing
Pause.
a pause here. Not sure the context of it. I keep the chat hidden so that nothing heinous appears on your screen. We'll have to see here. It might relate to maybe the order of characters, but no, those all look correct. Sure.
Could be a bathroom break. No, Grant, sometimes you just got to take a pause.
Nature does call.
Things get a little too exciting. I paused my game earlier today, in fact, to use the restroom.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a thing that could happen on any one of us.
Nature does indeed call. Looks like whatever issue was occurring has been sorted.
Now, again, we are 15 seconds here from the pop. Center College starting off on defense. Let's see if they can hold Co to
College,
a
yeah.
possible.
Now, I'm curious about this Widowmaker on the side of Co. Trying to see. They can call center out in these first couple seconds, like most Widows on this map. They might swap, yeah, if they don't immediately get some. But it's great to get that intel, to get maybe an early pick. You could just win straight off of that. Snowball.
Or maybe they were just heavily relying on just a wonderful Widowmaker strategy to win. We're just going to put it all in one person's hands, LeBron James style.
We've done that before with Who's James. Used to play a lot of Widowmaker back in Overwatch 1.
Over 250 confirmed. Incredible, just incredible, and that is in matches too. That's just something that you don't see often.
Very split here on the side of center, and center's going to have to get in line of sight for the healers. They'll really get all of those synergies. But they're on point. They're showing that aggression, and they're getting in here in this back room. Huge damage coming up from Runner here alongside Vector.
You know, we're seeing both a lot of veteran confidence and the ability to step up and take on players one-to-one and know they're going to win those matchups. That's something we see from Galv a lot. But I'm also excited to see from Runner, too. We saw there, just decide to step up, put his money where his mouth was, take him 1v1.
That's one of the things that separates players like Runner on the Lucio, is this confidence to say, yeah, I'm a healer. No, I don't do a lot of damage, but I'm going to land each one of these sound bursts on your head. I'm going to run faster than you. I know you can't win. To go in there and say, it's my time to shine.
Now
And that's what makes him not just a heal bot, not just here to just support his team, but to really be a part of the fights, to get those picks.
Now that is, like we said earlier, it's a Center College strategy to run aggressive healers. We want healers who are putting up as many eliminations as the DPS. That's just the way the way it rolls at Center College. And that's from the words of Grant Line himself, number one strategy they work.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Co pushing around. They're being center a little bit lax, trying to find a theme.
I'm just saying, Co can get a tick. They could maybe even get 2 ticks, and they'd be fine with it. But backing out to make sure center has everyone here for this re-engage on the site. Oh, and it's Galvanijo falling here. A lot of damage coming out from the side of Co.
Now, it would be great to see Vector grabbing a limb or 2. No, he's stepping back before the re-engagement.
Center's saying, yeah, we can stall this for a little longer, but let's not use any ultimates. This fight's lost.
Yes. They didn't want to get caught out in the open with the pants down. They wanted to pull it back.
Co's still choosing to be so aggressive here. That's a huge deal. That is going to get them a lot of extra time. And a headshot onto Vector.
They're just moving like a wolf pack.
Through this sort of streets phase of the map, they are just going to get so much distance off of that.
They really see Center College spread out, spread thin, and jump up. They're just popping on one person quick, which is something we see in the old realm of Overwatch, where we have 6 players, but not something that I've seen a whole lot here with only 5.
For the folks who tuned in to the first match, Center White versus EKU White, probably wondering what the result of that map number 3 is. I see some of the players look pretty happy outside, and they're not currently at their computers, which makes me believe deep in my heart that they likely won that match.
We'll follow up later on the Instagram to really bring home who was the winners and losers.
Look at Co here, just getting further and further.
Back to the action. Co is just They are manhandling center here with some just aggressive team play. Oh, we did see a Gal stop there, a nice elimination. Let's see if we can pull something else off. A second elimination from Gal Kinjo.
Kind of a nutty moment. You almost forgot which team was on attack and which team was on defense with some of the positioning there.
Sun Tzu said a great attack is also a great attack.
He was so wise for that. Gonna be a Kitsune rush from Tooney here.
And we've got 3
Almost
ults ready.
get up
There,
this.
one down
Oh,
from
they're
Vector.
swinging, and Vector gets the triple kill. I've got a soundboard thing for this.
Vector! That's me.
We love that. We love that.
Both direction and magnitude. Oh yeah!
I hope you enjoyed that sound clip from the hit film Despicable Me.
We also
Got to be at least 12, right? You know, it's just what a film. I don't use the word film lightly.
It's a great franchise. Back to the game here with Center College Gold. They had a great stop here after the first checkpoint. And now we are rounding the Cape of Good Hope here and seeing if we can get that payload just stopped as Ko is in a chokehold here with some good position from Center College.
Alanijo has this shatter, and they are pretty grouped up, but he's got to find this perfect window to get this in here.
We love a great stop.
Oh, and he
here
does
from
it
Gal.
under the
Just
cart by
great.
surprise. And it really denies a lot of the value that V over here on the side of Co College was going to be able to get from that window.
That was an incredible play. Great stop. And we've got the payload moving backwards now. We'd love to see more payload in reverse.
Just like a truck, it's turning on that, you know, beep, beep, beep. It's backing up.
It's backing up.
Watch it back up.
You know, we will have a sound for that future match, I'm sure.
Oh, that's perfect. Perfect addition to the sound. And another Kitsune from Tooney here. Tooney is just building these ults. He's doing so much heals, he's doing so much damage.
It's that aggressive play from our healers that we really push on here.
Oh, but we'll see four members on the side of Center
holy
College
cow.
fall. They are just running in here. It looks like Runner here is going to potentially have the touch, but
It looks
I
like
don't
they
know if
might
he'll be able
pull
to
overtime.
stall it. All right, it's Galvanito on the ball.
It's contested. It's contested. A
Seeing
great
as much
pull for
touch as
Gal.
he can do here.
He
And
is-
kill after kill, this respawn advantage is not doing too much for Center College, and they will take it with 1 minute and 15 seconds to spare.
That's right.
Not a horrible time bank, but still totally doable for Center College here. This is going to be okay. But Center's gonna need some quick speed here.
And that was three big points there for Co College.
Fully finishing the map.
That was some solid play. I think they were banking on Kings Row this week. They've really played at home. They knew their positions. It's a popular map this season already. We've seen teams all over the country, every college, every level, getting a lot of Kings Row time.
People love Kings Row. Just the truth.
Now we're switching off with Center College as our offensive team and Co College as our defensive team. I would love to see something really put together from Center College on just some teamwork, kind of like what we just saw from Co College. I don't want anything too fast, but something fast.
I think they will be looking to go quite fast here with this composition of Lucio and Kiriko like they had in the last round. This is about as fast as you can get to just speed in there, get that damage done to build up that Kitsune rush, and just steamroll fights. This is fast.
Here we are, and we are off.
But will Center play fast enough to get the value out of it?
We'll see. Gotta go fast.
Couple top on the side of Co College here.
Right here for the runner, dropping a couple
They're
of
playing some natural
points.
cover, walking into the hotel,
And
sort of seeing what they can do behind.
Center with aggressive
Disrupting
push.
this backline onto the
There's that
the
disruption
Torb,
again.
onto the Zenyatta here.
Defensive
It looks like Center might be up, but it's hard to tell. And Vector falls. It's just Center's reports center supports left.
Just the supports, and a support goes down. Tooney's still in. Gal, who's James? Can I get back there? Tooney is somehow keeping around, building that ult, and their Tootie goes down.
Just barely misses the TP there. I was almost going to be able to see Galvanijo on the other side. Now, that was a good engage for center, and with just a little bit, you know, more damage or more something, just more commitment could have gone the other way, but
A little more confidence would be nice, but again, we are early in the season.
able to take out a lamp, able to take out the turret.
Now Gal.
And they're choosing to take a little space here. Hop in on and off.
Gal about to pull home all this
huge.
elimination. Great elimination.
Wins over the threshold to finally tear down that Orisa. Center's starting to peak. I think we're going to see Co-Collins maybe go for a re-engage, but no, they're not.
They're
saying
pulling back.
they're deciding to hold back.
Now that was a bold maneuver. We'll see if they can get it. If Sinner can turn the tide here, they might grab a quick early push to that second check.
Runner gets his ultimate, and Center's got a couple others that'll be on the way pretty soon, but same on the side of Co-College. It looks like they're popping this Baptiste ult. Center's just going to back out. Get out of the way. No, they're not. They're going to go
all
in.
in.
This. I don't care if you've got extra damage. You can't kill me right now.
We love invincibility. Where's Tooney? Tooney's about to drop. It's just going to be something.
And Center's going to have to back up here. Just a lot of damage coming in, getting those picks onto Tooney.
We would love to grab a quick elimination or two, maybe get the finish going. Now we have a reverse here, unfortunately, for Center College, so things aren't quite going our way right now. But Center's regrouping out to find their chink in the armor.
That turret from the enemy Torbjorn is pretty effective into Center's composition here.
Now that's like
Only
playing
a handful of characters who can do a ton of damage to that at long range.
I love a Torbjorn turret. It just puts down a lot. Reminds me of original Overwatch. Now it brings it back down to like a 6-player. A 6-player putting just absolute gnarly damage downrange. It's hard to beat.
Just like original Overwatch. Of course, it's another DPS, because who would go tank?
Torbjorn though has that.
Ults out here.
Torbjorn does have that
From both
ability to
sides.
act like a tank in some instances with his re-engagement, with his heal, and his powering up.
Oh my god, massive ultimate from Galvanijo here.
Huge,
And Vector as well.
great. A 5.
Galvanijo groups them up, gets them all together with his, and Vector can finish them off. I'm sorry I didn't get a good camera angle of it, but just massive combination there.
Pure and simple Sam I am.
Galvanijo up here, scouting ahead,
Get a
seeing
little
what they
Simon
can save
Says.
for
It
this
looks
next
like
fight.
they might be holding back. They might let Center take this. No,
So to make sure we've got 3 people on the cart, that we're pushing this ahead. Not sure what this engage is going to be like from Co-College, but we want to get it as close as we can before that happens.
Center has just over a minute, 15 seconds to make.
Center's nearing it, almost to this 3rd section of the map.
We would love to see the third.
Oh my
section
god, a
and
massive Baptiste ultimate there. It's a lot of damage. Who's James is popping his ult,
that
and it's
piece,
just the supports from
just the
Center
supports.
College.
Again, those supports.
There's no way to stall this car here to get it past the point.
And one thing I love about Overwatch, the ability to just sacrifice for the team when need be. We see a lot of sacrifice from Gal, a lot of sacrifice from Who's James, really putting themselves in the line, saying, you know, we're leaders on the team, but we're okay to take the charge and show what's okay. You know, Katie isn't everything. Sometimes it pays to show your teammate a little bit of take those deaths from the other teams.
Absolutely. For Galvanijo, a little damage on his health bar. That's just some alt charge for my teammates, you know, for my healers. He's here to take this damage.
It's about the heart.
Sune rush over here from Uni. And both support ults pop from Center. Oh, and the Transcendence from the enemy Zenyatta there negates a lot of the damage that could have been done.
Unfortunately, a lot of damage left on the table.
But we'll have their visor here, and they're going to be able to do a lot of damage. Center has nothing defensive to deal with this.
And that is
They're just
4
gonna die
down.
here and regroup.
James is at, you got to regroup. We got 58 seconds to grab that point. It's moving back a little bit, but hopefully with a quick push, center will grab it. 50 seconds now. It's starting to get dicey.
Not a lot of ult on either side, but we will be very close in this fight. We will have Vector's ult, Death Blossom, and Orisa ult to really see what we can do.
Now I'm looking at who's James to lead the punch here. I want to see something marvelous from who's James. I've seen it in the past. I want to see it now.
Be able to get a nice headshot here with that full charge. Not quite.
Not
Galvanijo gonna need to get
quite.
topped up, but he's looking to spin.
And
The old spin to win combo. Might be able to pull it off with Vector one more time to make this work. That might be the win condition here on this fight as we have only 5 seconds left.
5 seconds to
It's
grab
gonna
it.
be a spin
That's gonna be
to win. Are they gonna get it?
That's gonna
It's a
be huge,
ultimate.
huge double elimination. 3 down.
Teammates to clean up. Got to get that Orisa. All right,
That's gonna
and
be a
center
push.
will get to
That's
this
gonna
last
be
part of the
great.
match.
Pushing ahead, we've got Galvanijo. Seeing if he can get an early pop on somebody. We've got the position and the push.
And we get a little extra time on the clock. But even if center takes this last point, even if center snowballs with these ults that they have in their pocket right here, they're not going to beat the time bank that Co-College did.
No.
But not by much. It'll be a close one if they're able to do it. A lot of damage here, and center's got ult. I'm hoping that they might be proactive with some of these. Oh, it's a shot onto who's James from the enemy Zenyatta here. Center's gonna have to back out, re-engage. They've got the ultimates though. I think they got to use them because Co-College is just gonna build them up on their end. They're gonna have answers for it. Huge shot from Hughes James there under the enemy sojourn. And a Kitsune rush. Another shot from James. Can we get a third onto this soldier here? Oh, not quite. Tuni goes in for the save, and avenges him.
I will say Co-College is doing a great job of directing damage to their tanks and to their heavier players. That is just something that's a high level, high IQ play.
We'll see Vector backing up here. Galvanijo leading the charge.
That was a great stick. That was a great drop from Baptiste. We've got some damage coming down range.
And the beat from Runner keeps him alive a little longer.
5.
An ultimate from Who's James. Shots just don't line up though.
James Gal, 2 senior players down. We got a 3rd player down. It's going to be Tooney and Runner trying to hold this on until
They
we get.
have to live here.
They just have
If
to.
they
live.
die, there's almost no way. Galvanijo might have touch with this ball, but I don't think so. That'll be map 2 going to Co-College. An excellent attack from Co-College and an excellent hold from Co-College. Just really coordinated stuff there.
It is just their map. This Kings Row really was their map this week. I will say, Gal with the play of the game. That's. I'm happy to see that on the Orisa.
He goes spinning around, and Vector comes in, get a lot of that extra damage. The team cleans up. Huge play here. This could have been a lot shorter of a map if that hadn't worked out.
That's true.
And we'll be back for map 3 in just a moment.
Welcome back, Center College. We are back onto our third map of the evening with our Center College Gold team. Going to get going here in about 19 seconds.
Joining us today is me, Blakeu, tank player and captain of the Center White Gold team, coming in to help with the stream.
Now we can give a round of applause for all the folks at home for Blakeu helping lead that last Center White team to a resounding win over EKU. We love it. A lot of great teamwork, a lot of great plays. Everybody knew exactly what they were doing.
And how did that third game go, Blakeu?
That third game was probably the best the white team has actually played in a long time. We held their spawn on Havana for 4 minutes.
Oh, every single member of the team got to touch the spawn door, didn't they?
Actually, yes.
It
For once,
turns,
it actually touched it.
Pointing.
And now I'm here to grant the luck to the Center Gold team. It seems like we're playing Dorado, famous dive map on Overwatch 2, and we got the famous Winston out of Galvanizo today. Been a long time since we've seen him on it. One of his more favorite heroes, but fortunately Winston hasn't been too meta yet. Seems like the other team is swapping up to follow that dive, going Winston as well. See how it plays out.
And we are excited to see a monkey here drop in. I love this. I love watching him play. He's just a whole.
So much damage.
Already a first pick from both Tooney and Galvanizo here on the Genji early picks. Monkey jumping up. Seems taking space, and he backs out to get a little bit of healing. Both teams kind of just going back and forth, trying to dive onto the other side, trying to see if they can secure any picks. Very interesting to see the Sombra from their team.
You know, a Sombra could be nice, especially with mirroring that dive and you have them come back around the edge and pick off some of those support players.
Even just a hack at just the right time on our Winston, and he will just die. And it seems, on that note, both teams have lost their tank, but the attacking team is going to get their Winston back much faster, and Center Gold is just going to have to play a little bit back as they wait.
Now, we were talking in the last map, Grant and I, about how fast you could play, and we were saying they were playing about as fast as you can. I think they've got even faster matchup here with adding in Winston as well as Vector's Genji. We've got a quick team.
Especially running Lucio Dive. It is one of the fastest comps that you can run in Overwatch 2. Galvanizer going in, taking some space, brawling with the supports. We got a break from the other team.
Now, what is this? We've got a hard push. They've got them scattered a little bit.
A thick nade from Toonie allows the pick off on the Genji as Galvanizo once again just goes in, stops the supports from doing anything, and jumps straight back out. Attack timing just a little bit off. Perhaps a pick from the enemy team, but not quite enough. Seems like Center Gold is taking back their space and seems to have stabilized a bit from that bit of a hard loss on the tank earlier.
Now, Blakey, what would you have done in a similar situation?
When losing tank,
Yes.
I agree with what Gold did and backing off and waiting. All 4 members of the team were able to survive instead of splitting off and allowed Center Gold to completely retake. It seems like Rashawn Toonie just getting killed off in the backline, but a ultimate from Galvanizo is able to hold the cart as he plays careful now that their main heal is gone. They only have Lucio. It seems like Center Gold is going to turn a dangerous situation into their favor.
Now, I will say Toonie's put up some major statistics here in the preseason with the #1 least number of deaths on the Overwatch team. It's pretty impressive.
Very impressive stat indeed, especially seeing as Ana is one of the biggest targets for both DPS and tank players.
It's the ability to hold back, keep the team supported, as well as staying on the move.
And it seems that a pick on the monkey from our team gives the enemy team just enough space to push the cart to the checkpoint, and Center College is going to have to fall back once again. Losing a few members, both supports are able to get out, and Winston able to respawn in time to get a fast spawn.
Hey, Co-College. Interesting push. Here we are through the first checkpoint, and Center is scrambling just a bit.
Looking at the ult charges here, we have a bit of a favor of Center College as there's only 2 ults from the enemy team. Ooh, and a thick shot from James onto the Sombra. Really showing his practice paying off.
Who is he?
Who? I have no idea. I've known him for like 3 years and I have no idea.
Who?
Ooh, a Reaper ult only getting 1 pick and James is able to clean it up real quick. Currently really even fight, but that's 1 more ultimate down for the enemy team while Center College just continues to build them up and hold. They really have the advantage on the ult economy right now.
Now, Grant, as coach, what are some of these things in practice week to give them the ups over Co-College today?
Well, before we start every practice, we do finger warm-ups for approximately 4 hours, and I think those are really paying off here. As Galvanizo presses left click and right click.
Nano on the monkey, one of the more popular strategies on dive. He's going to get the Brig, or not. Brig is healed up, in fact, and ultimate pop from Galvanizo in the backline while the rest of his team is trying to desperately hold off the cart from their own monkey. Seems like he's created enough space and disruption in the backline, and he gets out just as ultimate ends.
That is a true. It's just an amazing fact that in esports pros, as a collegiate sport, we see in mirroring some of its past predecessors in its ability to create preseason preparation like those big pros.
One of the best purchases of this esports program has made was those little rubber bands for our fingers.
You know,
Oh yes, Blake over here has some of the most swole, muscular fingers on our entire program. Truly, he could kill a man with just his thumb.
it's important though. In a sport to stay properly motivated and properly prepared to tackle what you're going to be going on. If we suffered a heart injury in the middle of a match, that could be something that lives with you over the course of the season, rendering somebody practically unusable on the team.
Or mild carpal tunnel. Either would do it.
I'll agree. The mental state is actually extremely important for these types of games. It can impact your play by an extensive amount. If your mental isn't there, you're not showing up for your team, and it can really lead to one thing after another going wrong. And so, keeping up a good mental attitude, something I know the goal team is actually insanely good at. They're always positive in their games.
I will say,
Barely
Barely.
being able to engage
Oh.
here, but doesn't last. Doesn't have
We
a
have
follow
4 ultimates from co-college here, almost onto a 5th, while we have 0 from Center College. The old economy is looking really poor for our own team.
and they are pushing in the last stretch. They are on the last stretch of the map here with 4, really 5 alternates.
And we have 2 minutes left on the clock. Let's see what Center can do in the time that they have left. No ult. They have to take a dry fight here and try and just get as much value as they can as the Brig pop rally and EMP and ultimate
They're
from
letting them
Reaper.
burn some, saying we
That's-
can back up, we can re-engage, we still have a little bit of time.
I would say right there, they overused their ults, in fact, and they didn't even get all 5. So this gives Center the advantage, the possibility to make a comeback right
But
here.
they've gotta get on site.
ASAP.
We have
Brock.
Galvanizo has his ult ready,
Oh, and they just jumped right there with their
Oh
monkey,
no,
and they are
and
pushing
running
it
our
right on
fastest
top.
member.
and it seems like
Not quite gonna get it. Can the monkey get
not
there in time?
quite in
Oh,
time because
so
the Winston's
close.
in the spawn, blocking everyone off with his primal ring.
Incredible body blocking there from Railgun on the side of Co College.
What we saw there was just the power that can happen whenever you have the ult advantage on your team.
That was just a pure old-fashioned screen move. No, nothing fancy. Just put bodies in front of bodies.
One of the best strats when you're winning a fight on attack is if you win a fight and you're close to their spawn, you want to go up and stop them for as long as you possibly can.
How long can that be sometimes? Like,
Well, it really depends. A couple of times, only in quick plays, but I've been able to stand over at their spawn as Ramatra during my ultimate for about 40 seconds once.
40 seconds. Holy.
48
holy
whole hours. How did you
48
do it?
whole hours. The boys in the back were shocked to hear it.
I'm glad that all finally got a little bit of a nerf. 48 hours is a long time.
Now, that is the first mention of the boys in the back tonight. I will say, with the upgrade of the Center Esports team, we now have a great facility that can support not just a scraggly crew of pirates that are put together, really holding it down. We have a professional squad taking care of our teammates here.
Men in the back, even.
I would agree. Men in the
Some
back.
men in the back. They're constantly pouring over a wall of monitors. They're up to about 16 monitors that they pour over with data constantly influencing the game that they're getting back as soon as matches are over.
And they're here 24/7. It's insane. Anytime we need to speak to them, they're ready.
You would think that they get tired. They don't. They are here to live and breathe for our esports team.
All right, so we've got an interesting. I've never seen Runner play Brig before, and I'm excited to see how he plays. Brigitte getting a nice buff in the recent patch. I'm really excited to see her get more play.
I am too.
Seems like we got Diva Dive. Diva, one of Galvanizo's actually one of his better heroes. Doesn't get to play as much as he wishes.
No, you never do. Not with people.
Sombra in the back, just not quite able to get picks, but is able to distract healers for a bit. Let's see if it's helping. That's Suzu down from College, and a pick from Tooney. Lucky headshot. That can really make room for Center College here.
Tooney showing you how it's done yet again.
And they're looking to stack on points, saying let's ignore some of those backline distractions. We're pushing this thing.
They're really starting to rip apart Co-College and separate them from each other. And once you're separated in Overwatch, you're dead.
This is the push that we have been wanting to see from our Center Gold team since the offset. Their first match was great. Their second one, they got handled. But now we're seeing a Center College pushing quick, pushing hard, pushing as a team.
They're showing what they can do. And I would say I attribute the success of that push to that lucky pick from Tooney, and also the really useful healing from Brig, as she was just able to keep up with the enemy team that whole time. Already with the rally, going in, trying to secure this last, get the checkpoint. No ults from College yet. They're really close. And 2 picks already. Vector on the Sombra. Another very exciting.
There we go with the Brig, with that buff really coming in handy here.
2 Brigs, 1 fight 1. And we just keep seeing Runner up in the kill feed.
Runner. That's
I
all
hardly
we're
even
seeing.
know it.
Thank you, buddy.
I aim to please. We see some very tricky moves out here from Galvanizo. Titan Stimpy Gaming. As Center College is just trying to take space as the cart slowly moves forward. I'm really excited to see what plays Vector here can make with EMP. I've seen him a couple times play it. I'm excited to see how he's changed since last time I played with him.
Sneaking around in their backline, committing crimes with direction and magnitude onto this enemy team.
That picking pockets.
And it seems that 2 ults out from
Nah.
College. Getting Diva out
Causing
of
some
ult.
chaos in this room here.
Not the third ult.
The hugest ult I've seen in my life over here from
That was a team wipe.
But
Yeah.
honestly, if I'm Center College, I'm not that upset. We have
Yes.
almost 4 ults up ready, and they just use 3. Normally in these types of things, in Overwatch 2 especially, you only have 5 teammates. At most, you want to commit 2 ults to a fight and try and win from that. So if you overcommit, you really put yourself in a dangerous position.
Center College looking good on time.
Hack on the Arisa. She has her own ult. She's probably going to go in for it, getting fully healed. Able to take out the one of our healers on our side. Probably turning the fight as we drop.
take it. Oh, but
We drop.
who's James get antied there?
Who's James?
That's another
Not able to
fight.
get the full value out of his ult.
Now, the ROI on that is not good. They'll evaluate that in the back and send it over to practice for tomorrow. Especially those 6 a.m.s are going to be brutal under Coach Grant Lyons. He has not let up on his team since they started this fall. With the first season here in their new space, Coach Grant Lyons has been laying down the law. This is no longer a ragtag. These are professionals.
Absolutely. They're going to come in immediately. Like 400 finger
like
push-ups.
Victor coming in maybe for an EMP soon as Nano is dropped on the Arisa. The only ultimate that Co College currently has. That's a bomb kill from Galvanijo onto one of their healers. Can Center College make a play off of this? And it looks like they're going to win the fight. 2 down. Let's see if there's any plays. And no.
Massive combo there with the melee.
And only 1 ultimate used. Kitsune Rush from Tuni. So we still have EMP on the back burner. Vector here holding it for just the perfect moment. Seems like ult charges are fairly similar, maybe in a bit advantage for Co-College at the moment.
Center College looking like a team fresh out, ready to play. I would like to see how they wind up a little bit later in the season. Right now, we're playing a little early. If we're playing a little, it's all right though. It's all right. We're playing like we expect to play early in the season.
Kitsune Rush coming out from the enemy. Kiriko taking an early pick on our runner. That's just going to be a retreat out here from Center Gold. Able to quickly and effectively just disengage from the Kitsune. One of the best ways to counter that ultimate. Only taking 1 loss. It seems like Center College is getting a bit of a tricksy flank over here on the right. Having to watch out for the enemy EMP from the Sombra. Still holding on to it for Vector. And a Sombra 1v1, and Vector has just proven his superiority as Sombra.
The enemy Sombra did dip on that one. They ran for the hills as Vector just...
EMP coming out from Vector here. Let's see if he can make some plays. Enemy Kiriko going down. Second EMP coming out, and a ultimate combo from their Reaper.
Massive ultimate from here.
Irf has just laid down the law. He's in charge. It's his game.
Every ultimate from Irf, you're just gonna see it. It's an earful. That was really bad.
I think it was just what we needed.
Thank you. So let's see. We have Rush coming out from Tuni soon. That can be a big fight decider on dry fights. It seems like not much coming out from Co-College except for the Arisa ult and maybe building up to a Nano soon.
Here we are coming around the back, and we just need a small push. 40 seconds to push over the hump here.
We're getting into last fight territory here where it gets really scrappy, and we see a swap onto the Arisa from Galvanijo. Looks like they're all going to group up and get ready to fight, and this is going to be last fight territory right here.
They've got the high ground.
Center's seeing Pro over here on the high ground. Do they know about the Reaper in the room, though?
They certainly do not. I can tell you that, Grant.
I don't believe they do either. Seems like Who's James got his ult up, and he's
He's
looking
going
for
to
an
look
opportunity.
easy here.
Nano pop onto the Arisa. She's going to look for
Look
an
how
ult.
fast he can shoot.
But it seems like the Arisa ult just doesn't get the value that it needs as they take out one. And C9 from Center College. And that is the end of Dorado as Co-College wins. As 5 players alive on Center College, 0 touch the card.
And many close by, too.
We see you play the
A
game.
little bit
here
of a
for Runner.
miscommunication there.
That is, it's one of those things you see early in the season. We've said it a couple times. We've got teams playing together for the first time. They've been practicing, but the first time in a regular season match. It's just one of those things that goes by. Everybody gets sucked in, especially in that last fight scenario, right?
You get so absorbed in needing to defeat the enemies that you forget that the objective also has a second that you have to get on. And I can say, as a player of this game, it is the worst feeling to C9 in a very close and tight game.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Now, this will be match point here on this next map, and we'll be looking to figure out what that'll be. They're discussing right now what we want to ban and what we want to pick. We'll see you just a couple minutes.
Right now.
All right, we are traveling to beautiful desaturated Colosseo in Italy for the push map and match points.
Would you look at
Honestly, I don't love this map playing it, but it looks absolutely beautiful.
now? Grant, give us just a little fly around. See if you can't give something for the folks at home. A little, none of them get to play, but they all get to watch. And so something I always want to do is just walk around, see what the map looks like, get comfortable.
Italy's a beautiful country. Who wouldn't want to visit? There's
You
a
don't
lot of symmetry in Italy, just like in real life. They're carefully planned cities.
You never see this in gameplay, but when you look out into the city from the high ground, it actually looks stunning. All right, match starting with, as I was hoping for, Galvanijo on Ramatra.
Some say this map was based on the book.
Italy's not real, you goofster.
Looks like Center College is going to be running their Genji, Lucio, Ana, Sojourn, and Ramatra, while we have a Diva. Oh, swapping up to more of an Aretha Rush comp with a Zen Kiriko. That's a lot of damage coming out from Co College.
Which is a lot of damage. No, Co College has been successful with their damage focus. Their whole thing is we're here, they're there, and we want to put damage on them.
We'll see how it plays out with already a pick
Oh,
onto
whoa. Incredible shot from V.
Center College is just going to have to play really careful here. Play for time until their Lucio
Just
comes
gonna play for time here.
in. Another snipe from Earth onto Vector. Down two. Center Gold is just going to have to completely fall back, give them point, try and regroup. Luckily, push mode, the robot pushes the card extremely slow. See if Center Gold can't make something happen. Goonie over here, already halfway up to his Nano boost. Let's see if we can't get a nice looking Blade Nano or Annihilation.
the closest ultimate on the board right now.
Sure is. There's not a lot happening. I mean, we see a lot of exchange of weaponry here, a lot of bullets flying in other directions, but not a lot of connecting.
Well, I'd say in this case that's in favor of Co-College, is that they just want to keep pushing and shooting and walking up center for as long as possible. And it seems like it's working as the bot slowly makes its way. And Center College just can't seem to get in there. I'd say as Galvanizo goes in now, attacking the Orisa, she's super low. Can they get the pick? And
Yes,
that's one
they
down.
do, but it's a trade.
The trade, but they traded a tank for a Gluten, yes. Tank here, Galvanizo can make a lot of stuff happen as Co-College is going in. They're just going straight into Center College. Another trade happening. Scrappy fight as beat is dropped from Runner. Pick from Vector here, and it seems like the fight is.
You're going down. That character we saw in the last map just throw down alt after alt.
There we go. First fight went from Center College. Really what they needed there. That was a scrappy fight. I did not expect Co-College to just go straight in like that.
Incredible dashes here from Vector, who just knows when they're going to be able to cross that threshold to get a kill.
And we're 12% away from Nano Blade.
They say you can't really take advantage of Genji's full potential unless your brain operates about 16% faster than average. And that's exactly what Vector does. We don't let anyone here at Center College play Genji unless they have that operating skill. It's really genetic.
You know, I've talked to
You'll
them.
only ever see Vector on the Genji at Center College.
It's true.
He's not a mere mortal like the rest of us.
I mean, the speed, the focus you have to really get all you can. I mean, anybody can play Genji, correct? But nobody can really milk that hero for all their work like someone such as Vector.
One could say that playing Genji is almost like having your brain on a permanent speed boost at all times.
Yes, exactly. Well played.
Nano coming out for the Ramatra.
We gotta burn this Orisa before she does too much damage. Oh,
Transcendence and Orisa all coming out.
Not gonna be able
No
to
annihilation,
share.
but it's a lost fight for Center College. As Galvanizo tries to test card as long as he can, gets picked off. Seems like a dire situation at the moment for Center College, but as we all know on push, fates can change really quick. I'm hoping to see a big blade from Vector here.
For everybody tuning in, this is our Center Gold matchup versus Co-College.
And what a match it has been. Genji going in, already taken out on the
blade from Vector, but he's so hurt.
no value getting off the blade as Goose James gets a pick on here. The man, the myth, the legend of Hill College. Maybe Center Gold can make a play off of that, but they're just playing back, knowing that they can't really engage in a reset when they're down.
Now, this is just coming in, but Irf is actually one of the top 16 players in the country. He's played on 6 MVP teams on 3 different levels, and it is showing.
It truly is. It's the ultimate from Who's James trying to spam out from the window, and he finally gets a pick as it lets Center College maybe push forward now and take back the momentum. Pick on Galvanizo from here.
Here we can.
But it seems
that's
like
a
the fight
5-player. Yes, that's a
is-
good fight.
Fight secured. Let's see if this can change the momentum for Center College. We still are holding on to Annihilation from Ramatra. Still haven't used that really useful ult.
Now, so I've not played this game mode a whole lot. Can you give me a couple insights on some tips, tricks Center might be trying to employ to get back in the fight?
So, an important thing is the spawns. As you can look at the top of the screen, there are little dots under the lines. And if you push the bot over that line, your spawn will change to a closer location. So one of the most important things is to try and push as far as you can to get that advanced spawn. So if you lose the team fight, you're back faster. Another important thing on push game modes is ultimates and conserving them. If you lose that first fight, not only do you lose progress in the bot, but the enemy team has more ultimate cards. Any changes that you make will just delay you even further. Seems like Nano going out on the Ramatra with beat, 2 ults as Orisa uses her ult. Seems like Center College is just barely going to survive, scrap by as Kitsune comes out from Co-College. Center College is backing out, knowing they can't contest Kitsune Rush. Still holding on to Ramatra ult. Gonna say, I'm excited for when it finally comes out. It's gonna be massive.
Here they are, cheering to go, pushing back to their position.
Once again, Center College finds them at this location.
It is hard to turn the tide on this kind of map.
It really is. And part of that advanced spawner is right there. Co-College is able to push the cart, and they still have their advanced spawn. So that anytime center gets a pick, Co College just comes back maybe 20-30% faster than anyone on center can.
How close is that in Overwatch meters, would you say?
From my time in the practice range, at least over 100.
Over 100
But
Overwatch
under 600.
meters. Under 600 Overwatch meters. So,
It really depends on where the
considerable
bot
distance.
is. Seems like they were able to force out the trans after Genji once again blades, gets out without dying. Split from the team, still fighting in the center, but they were able to get the bot over the middle, and no longer does Co College have that extra spawn.
That is what we're looking for.
Exactly. Looks like maybe there we go. Annihilation from Galvanizo. This ultimate will reduce the damage from anyone inside by 50%.
50%?
50% damage reduced from people dealing damage.
Now that is a advantage that Center College cannot pass up on.
Lasts for up to 20 seconds, but if you're able to burn down the Ramatra in his ults, he can be really vulnerable. And it seems like they were just able to do that with the raw amount of damage they have, and just it seems like we got a tactical swap from Galvanizo, finally dropping the Ramatra after that annihilation. Didn't quite work. Over to the Orisa mirror.
Yeah, they took the damage from here, and they put it there.
Seeing a swap here from Vector off the Genji. Wasn't getting tons of value from those blades, getting shut down pretty quick.
It
Being
seems like
forced to use them well on low health.
advanced spawn once again for Co College, but it seems like with the swap to Aretha, Center College is starting to make some headway. Swapping to Cass and Orisa. Backline Soldier here. Let's see if they can do anything, but no. Center College is able to take back the bot once again, and we have about 2 minutes left on the clock.
I have to give my ups to Runner on that one, who really took the lumps and put down what needed to be put down. I think that was a big play. Major play from Runner.
One thing we're always saying in the esports room is, man, Runner, you sure can run. And truly he showed it here.
How many Overwatch meters do you think Runner runs on a week?
Honestly, uncountable.
He runs a lot of regular meters as he
That's true.
competes also on the track and field team. A dual sport athlete. He just loves to go fast. He can't do it in just one way.
He goes fast here, he goes fast there. He runs up and down. That's incredible.
Incredible is just one word to describe it. And there's plenty more that I can't think of. Once again, Center College finding themselves in this really tricky spot on the high ground bridge here. As Co College just constantly pushing them back, getting 1 or 2 picks, and Center College just folds back each time.
Huge pick there on the
Huge
Joko.
pick. Yes.
Yeah, Kiriko going down. But we see the ultimate from the enemy Orisa. Is she gonna use
On the Orisa.
a good purple from Tooney here, getting the easy kill, and Runner taking those last hits.
Yes, Galvanizo just putting in some punishment. That is what we love to see at Center College.
One thing Orisa's good at is just getting up in the enemy's face. And Galvanizo, one of the best tank players I know, he loves getting up in the enemy's face and showing them whose business it really is.
This is great to see Center College having control of the robot finally, really winning a nice clean fight. But there is only 30 seconds left on the clock.
This is the
Center
scrappy moment. And a
essentially
pick already from
can't
here.
lose.
It seems like Center is just going to try and bide and wait for absolute last fight, last touch territory, where they try and push it all the way to the end after that pick. It's going to be a really scrappy fight, and they need to win every single fight they play.
College knows that they shouldn't be pushing the robot here because it gets it closer to center spawn.
One of the tricky strats of push is to not push the robot. Pick out on the soldier from Who's James as he ults with overclock. Getting a second pick on the top 16 player here. Gonna try and deal some damage to the Orisa. Galvanizo able to take him out. It seems like this is another one fight, but Vector is taken out.
We've got to push. This is the push we're looking for.
This leaves their college of 4 versus 5 coming in from Co College. So
And now making up distance for the first time in a while for this match, all in overtime mode.
but we see 5 ultimates from Co College.
And if Center College falls here, they lose.
This is the nitty gritty here, guys.
A lot of ultimates on the map, both for Center. We've got 9 total ultimates ready to pop.
Orisa going in, trying to get that ult blocked out. There's Kitsune Rush and Beat. It's going to be an absolute crazy amount of ults coming out. So long as Center College doesn't get off that part, though. Galvanizo getting his own ult out of the Orisa ult. Maybe he can combo trade over here by the... Oh, and Galvanizo goes down. that might spell the end for Center
Who's
College.
James and Vector have to? Vector has to stay on that overtime. Almost has to get the touch. That might be
All
doing
down.
that.
That transcendence there by the Zen at the very end sealed the deal.
That was all it was. Congratulations, Co College. That
Co
was
College
a hard
really-
won fight.
Showed how they controlled the space here. Always
GG's
pushing
all
center
around.
back. GG indeed.
Got Railgun from the side of Co College to play the game.
That was an unexpected one for me. I was thinking Ear potentially, and maybe a couple of the other players, but Railgun stepping up and really the unsung player of this match.
Oh, really unfortunate. It seems like he just got a little bit of damage on each one of those center players.
Now that was just a great matchup. We have had a great time tonight, and it's just the fun keeps on going. We are excited to see where it takes us.
We just saw an amazing match between two extremely skilled teams.
That has been a wonderful, 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 wonderful match to open up our regular season here at Center College. We thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And now for a couple words from your coach, Grant Lyon.
I don't have a couple words. Please do take. Have a lovely rest of your evening. That's all I have to say.
Support center.
I'm gonna go have a chat with our team and tune in next week. Take care.